7:15, my country said, son, it's time you stop rambling, there's work to be done. They gave me a tin hat, they gave me a gun, and they sailed me away to the war. Hello and welcome to Monday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic and what looks to me like a pretty dangerous puzzle. I'm attempting this in the early afternoon. It is absolutely miserable weather. There is no way I'm going to be able to do anything else today. It is so unpleasant outside. So I thought I would have a go at what could be a very long solve. The puzzle I'm attempting is called Full Circle, and it's by the great Qodec. And Qodec apparently set this puzzle with the similar rule set to a puzzle called Taiga by IceFruit, which I attempted on the channel, I want to say about 9 months ago. That might be slightly wrong, but it feels like about that long ago to me. And I think that might still be the longest video solve that we've ever had. It was something like 4 hours. I think somebody worked out, somebody on one of the streams recently told me that it was exactly the same length as the extended edition of The Return of the King from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, if you can believe it, like to the second, which is an extraordinary thing. Anyway, I really hope this isn't as long, but it is 5 stars out of 5 for difficulty. We've had some recommendations to try it. Apparently it is super clever. So I'm hoping a little bit of experience with the rule set will help me, but I'm not sure it will. I thought Taiga had lines in it. I do remember that, and this definitely doesn't have lines in it. Anyway, we'll read the rules together, and I do have an example grid as well, so we'll be able to study that in a moment or two's time. But I have got some things to tell you about today. Start off by mentioning that we're streaming tonight, computer allowing. Come on, computer. The computer has behaved for the last 2 days. I've no idea why. It might be because I changed the power settings on it. I said that basically it just had to prioritize being a supercomputer rather than saving energy, and that seems to have kept it alive, so I'm hoping that continues. Anyway, 10 o'clock UK time tonight, we're going to be revisiting the Blueprints Mansion. We'd love to have your company if you're free. The next thing to mention is I heard from the Stratford-upon-Avon Literary Festival today that they have a way of squeezing more people into a room. I don't quite know what that means, except that it means there are a few more tickets now going free if you would like to come and see us on the 2nd of November. Oh, actually, I've got a web page. We can have a look at this together, hopefully. Is this it? We are none of these people. These people are genuinely famous. That's John Cleese and Giles Brandreth and people like that. But somewhere down here is little old us. We are here, honestly. There we are. This, 10 o'clock in the morning, on the 2nd of November, which is a Sunday. There are a few more tickets now, so if you would like to come and see us and you were worried that it was sold out, because it was sold out about 2 weeks ago, there is now the opportunity again. So do check that out. And then another thing we can talk about is this. It is the final day of the Skunkworks competition, running for the last, since the 1st of October. It's been running over on Patreon. An astonishing response. Let's reload this and see what the final count was, the final count is so very close to 2,200 solves of the first puzzle, and the minimum, the least solved puzzle. That's astonishing, isn't it? It is 1,100 solves. I mean, it's almost unbelievable. There are 68 puzzles in the pack. They're 5 by 5 though. So I mean, if you did start today, well, by the time this video goes live, you'd be doing well. Although we're very generous with people sending in solutions. We basically accept for any time zone in the world that it is still the 20th. But anyway, do try and get your solutions to us soon, and be in with a chance of winning the competition. and we'll draw the winner very shortly. Now, I've also got birthdays to do today, so let me look at this list of birthdays. We have got, oh, now I'm late with the first one, and it is my fault. Cameron, over there in Winnipeg, Canada. You turned 33 yesterday, and I was told in time. I know it was your birthday because your wife Madison wrote to us. And I'm so sorry I missed it. I don't really know how I missed it, but I did manage to miss it. I understand that you're doing, you're training. This is amazing. You're training to be a high school biology teacher in the evenings, I think, and still holding down 2 jobs as well. That's incredible. Well done, you. And the best of luck to you both, actually. I know that in January, which is fast approaching, you are expecting the arrival of your first child, a baby boy. So I hope everything goes brilliantly with that. Look forward to being new parents. And Cameron, many happy returns for yesterday. I hope the chocolate cake was good. Now, another late one, but less my fault. That's all I'm saying. Alex, you turned 28. And I know this because your wife Whitney wrote to us. I think she was away and had not been expecting you to watch Cracking the Cryptic without her. Well, of course, I mean, that's ridiculous. Of course you would. But she does say you're the best husband and father, and she appreciates everything you do for them. And she did try to make up amends by making you a chocolate cake on her travels. So I hope that chocolate cake was good, Alex. Many happy returns for a couple of days ago. Next, Lucy. Lucy, I think I'm not late with this one, which is good. Lucy, you're turning 27 today. And I know this because your husband, Harrison, wrote in. Now I can't read my writing. Oh, well, no, you have been doing the Patreon reward. But Harrison isn't certain you're going to finish in time. I think you're in the high 30s number of puzzles. And where you've got to get to 68. Oh, you can do it. You can so do it. Yeah, just... spend a bit of time today. You'll get through it. Be in with a chance to win the competition. I understand we're seeing you both in Stratford upon Avon on the 2nd, so I look forward to meeting you again then. Next, Eric. Eric, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your boyfriend Alex wrote to us. I think the two of you have just been away in Barcelona, haven't you? A city I would love to go to, but somehow have managed never to go to. But the only problem with Barcelona at the moment is it makes me think about football. I don't want to think about football today, if it's okay. But anyway, Eric, I know you're a data scientist, and that the two of you, I think you're both into puzzles and maths, so you do a lot of that together. Eric, I hope the birthday today is good, and I hope, of course, the chocolate cake is properly iced. Now, I'm now going to mispronounce this name. I will do my best. I'm going to go for Letizia. Letizia, is that right? I hope it's right. Your husband Moritz wrote to us. I know you're originally from Brazil, and now you both live in Germany, and Letizia, you're doing a PhD in neuroscience, which I think is coming to an end soon. So the best of that. You have to do a viva at the end, don't you? So I wish you luck with that. And Moritz says that you're the sweetest and most thoughtful person he's ever met, and deserving of the most heavily iced chocolate cake. And he is going to attempt to conjure that up today. So big promises, Moritz. I hope that you do a great job. And Letizia, many happy returns. Now, with all that said and done, let's have a look at Full Circle by Qodec. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Each row, column, and 3x3 box contains 2 indexer cells, a row indexer and a column indexer. The digit in a row indexer gives the position of the column indexer in its row, and the digit in a column indexer gives the position of the row indexer in that column. Count positions left to right for rows. Does that mean that? Count positions left to right for rows and top to bottom for columns. I think that must be a misprint. It must mean left to right for columns. This must be column 1, column 2, column 3, and then rows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, hang on. Did I just say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and start there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is how I'm going to count anyway. Digits in a cage sum to the small clue in the upper left corner if given. Yeah, we have got cages here that are not given, so those add up to 27. We've hardly given anything here. They add up to 12, they add up to 25, they add up to 27, and that's all we're told. Why have we got the other cages then? Oh, indexer cells cannot appear in cages. Right, so that's what the other cages are doing. They're basically saying we can't put indexer cells in those cages. Now, I've got an example. So this is something we're going to have to study, I fear. Right. Okay, I mean, I can see the 11 cage adds up to 11 and the 5 cage adds up to 5, so that makes sense. What are the indexer cells doing? So we've got 2 of them in every row, column and box. That I can see. Why is this a 4? Okay, so okay. Positions. So that's, well, that seems to be what I will describe as a column index. Oh, is that a column index or a row index? It's indexing this cell, isn't it? It's saying that that blue cell is in the 4th row, and then this blue cell is indexing the orange cell in its row, so that's in the 1st column. So it's going to make a cycle, isn't it? It's going to go 4, and then this 6 is in the 5th row. That 6 says go and find the orange cell in the 6th column. So this is going to say go and find the blue cell in the 2nd row. Yeah, and it sort of goes round in a cycle, I think. That is yeah, it brings back sort of memories. Oh my goodness, the weather outside is even worse than it was when I started the video. That I don't think we're going to see Maverick today or hear him, which for some of you might be a relief. Anyway, do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm just going to put what colour shall I use? I don't know. I'll use purple and orange. I'm just going to put 2 thingies in a row and just think about them for a moment. So whichever one of these is sort of, yeah, so one of these is what I will describe as a row indexer. In other words, it's indexing the position of the column indexer in its row. So let's say that is a row indexer and that is a column indexer. Then the digit in here would be a 7. And the digit in here will depend, because what you're going to have to do is look in that column and find the orange one, and wherever, let's say the orange one was here, so if this was the actual orange one, this digit would be a 6, because that is in the 6th row. And then this one is going to, in that row somewhere, can it be here? Oh, this rings a bell from Taiga or Taiga. You can have cycles of the digits, can't you? So hang on, if that was a 3 and that was a purple 4, there you go. We've built a cycle. Now the next question is, have I misunderstood anything in creating that cycle? But the reason I'm slightly worried about that is my memory of Taiga was that I was able to conclude from this rule set that there will be a disposition of 9 orange cells. If I'm so say I'm saying orange is my row indexing number, there will be 9 orange cells in this puzzle, and I think I concluded in Taiga that they had to contain the digits 1 to 9, and I'm now wondering if that is true. So if you did have one there, let's say that was a 7. Is it possible that you have another one there that is also a 7? No. Okay, that's actually that's fine, isn't it? You can't do that, because that would be saying that in this row the column indexer is in there, and in this row the column indexer is in here. So I'd end up with 2 column indexers in a column, and that's definitely against the rules. Yeah, there's only 1 column indexer in any column. Right, so it is correct. It is the first thing we can say is the rule set forces the digits 1 to 9 to appear once each in the column indexers and once each in the row indexers. Now, I can't really remember anything else. So what are we going to do here? What are we told? We're told we can't put anything in a cage. Right. So we're going to mark. Can I double? No, I can't. Oh, I can double click them. Some of them. Can I double click? That's weird. Okay. So I'm just going to mark all those cells. Yeah. Okay. So those cells, we're told, do not have indexes in them. But we're also told that every column has 2 indexers. So those 2 are indexers. I don't know what they are, but they've got to be the indexers in this column, don't they? And in this column it's quite difficult to put indexers in. There's only 3 cells available. There's 3 cells in row 1, 3 cells in row 2. Golly gosh, I don't know. So, and how do these work? So it depends which way round they are, doesn't it? If one of these is a column indexer, so will be purple in my colour scheme. Oh, yeah, but if that was purple, it would be indexing this one. So this would be an 8. But if that was purple, it would be indexing this one, and this would be a 4. So that's totally hopeless. That's weird, isn't it? So because we don't know which one of those is the vertical indexer, we don't know whether there's a 4 here or an 8 here. Oh dear. Right. I haven't got a clue what to do. I'm so sorry. I don't. My brain is just feels like it's mush. Actually, I don't really understand at all how I even start this. There's got to be a 9 in a 27 cage. Because if there wasn't, 8, 7, 6 and 5 only add up to 26. I only know that because I've done so many killer Sudokus in my life. A 12 cage has got to have a 1 and a 2 in it. But there are 2 ways this can be formed. It's either 1, 2, 3, 6 or 1, 2, 4, 5. So, is it something to do with the fact that... Is it something to do with... Well, at least one of these is an indexer, isn't it? Depends whether that's an indexer. If that wasn't an indexer, both of these... That might not work. If both of those are indexers, then am I going to run out of 1s and 2s in... Because what you're going to have then is that the orange ones are going to either be in that pattern or that pattern. And they're going to be the digits 1 and 2. Because they're going to index the two purples. And there's going to be, so say this was, let's just have a look at this. So say they were orange, then obviously these are then purple. So the orange is indexing a 1. This orange is indexing a 2. And there's a 1 and a 2 up here. No, actually, I don't think that's a problem. Sorry, I thought that might be a problem with putting too many 1s and 2s in columns 1 and 2, but actually that didn't cause too many. It caused exactly the right amount, which is 2 1s. There's obviously going to be 2 1s in these two columns and 2 2s, because there's going to be 1 1 in that column and 1 1 in that column. 25, I mean 25 gauge is so useless. So okay, I've got nothing here. What on earth do we do? These cages have nothing in them. There's no problem with. I was wondering if I put the 2 in here in this row, I'm going to force that, aren't I? I don't know whether that's a problem for some reason. No, that's just the same thing I've just looked at there actually. That's going to cause the vertical indexes here to be 1s and 2s, but it's not going to put too many of them. Sorry, that's just nonsensical to look at that. Right, whatever that one is has to be there, doesn't it? In this box, because I mean, you can sort of play Sudoku with the indexes. So say this was orange, then the orange one in here can't be in the cage and can't be in the same row, so there would be an orange there. Are they okay? Okay, so maybe what we have to do maybe what we have to do is be a little less precious about whether these are row or column indexes. Or we could change it, couldn't we? So let's just make that orange and make this purple. And then I'm going to say orange is in one of 2 places in this box, and orange is in one of 2 places in this box. But now I'm starting to think of these as horizontal indexes, which is bad. So orange would be there as well. It's actually oh, look at this. Yes, so orange gets propagated everywhere. What about purple? Oh, wait. Where's orange in this box then? That's really weird. Is that? I'm so sorry if this is obvious to everybody, but I mean, I think by Sudoku that's orange. Orange? Yeah, that's. I mean, it seems to be correct. I mean, once you get the orange pinpointed here, it can only be there, and then it can't be there. Okay, that's orange. There we go. That is a proper deduction. Now, the weird thing is about this purple. It doesn't seem to look at anything, so I'm not sure we can play the same games at all. I mean, if that was purple, then we'd have loads of these purpley dominoes, wouldn't we? If that's purple. Ah, right, that's it. That is not purple. Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. This is not purple. So in fact, that's very useful, because that's going to tell us where purple is in column 2. Right, that is not purple. Because if it was purple, we just chain the purples round in the pattern that we've got the oranges, and we get a purple orange domino here, and that cannot be true because one of these is a purple. I don't know whether it's actually the purple or actually the orange, but what I mean is one of those is a vertical indexer, which is saying where is the orange in its column. And it wouldn't matter which of these it was in, it would need a 1 or a 2 in the vertical indexer. And then that 12 cage couldn't exist. That's really a stunning setting. That is stunning setting. So this is not purple, that is purple, although we have to bear in mind that purple might be orange, if you see what I mean. It might be the vertical indexer, or they might be the other way round. So, oh, wait a sec, do I get these two? Yeah, so I've got 2 here now. These two are right. So if I've got the 2 in this box, these are green, aren't they? I can do that. I can probably do that in a lot of places. Anywhere where a cell sees both colours, one of those is purple. So this row, I'm actually getting somewhere. This is so exciting. Now these, oh yes, I could have done that before. I could do all of these, look. Okay. Not sure what that means. So one of these two, whichever one of these is the actual horizontal indexer, is a 1 or a 2. If that's horizontal, it's indexing this cell, so this would be a 1. If this is the horizontal indexer, this would contain a 2. So one of these is a 1 or a 2. Yeah, I wonder if that's what we have to do now, is sort of try and work out the options for how these things move around. Does that seem a sensible strategy? Okay, let's imagine this was a horizontal indexer. Then it's a 5 or a 6. But if it's a vertical indexer, it's an 8. So that is 5, 6 or 8. Now this one, if it's a horizontal, it's a 2. If it's a vertical, it's a 4. This one, if it's a horizontal, it's a 1. If it's a vertical, it's a 3. This one, if it's a vertical, it's an 8. If it's a horizontal, it's 5 or 6. So it's the same sort of thing as this one. I think I'll do this one as well, but I'm not sure it's going to be very easy to pencil mark this one, because this one, if it was a if it was a horizontal, it would be a 4, which would be very useful for this, wouldn't it? Because that would, oh, a big bird just flew outside my window, but it wasn't Maverick, and it was much quieter. Hang on, let me just think about this. If that's a horizontal indexer, oh, hang on. Oh, okay, right, I've spotted something different. The way that these are arranged, I was going to say one of these was a 4. That's just not right, actually. These are offset. And the reason we know that is, imagine these, the two indexes here were in the same row, then there'd be 3 in this row, wouldn't there, which is wrong. So if this one is an indexer, this one is an indexer. And if this one's an indexer, that one's an indexer. So we should record that somehow. Let's just draw in a little diagonal thing there. So if this was a horizontal indexer, it's picking up this digit, not this digit, because it wouldn't be in its row. This one would pick up this one and would be a 7. And so would this. But if this is a vertical indexer, it would be a 5 or a 6. Oh, goodness. So if which way round? Hang on a minute. How do I make that into a 5 or a 6? Is that the same way that I make? Oh, guys, it's doing my head in. If orange. No, if that one is indexing orange, so this would be a horizontal indexer. So this would be a vertical. Yeah, that's it. That's absolutely beautiful. Right. I can now do the order of the thingies. That is the technical thing we're going to do, the ordering of the thingies. Yeah, this is so cool. Right. So what I was thinking about was the fact that if you think about the 12 gauge here, it's definitely got 5 or 6 in it, because it's either 1, 2, 4, 5 or it's 1, 2, 3, 6. I was trying, I said something like this could be a 5 or a 6 if it was indexing down here, and that made me wonder whether or not I could lock 5 and 6 out of here. And you can, because imagine that purple is horizontal indexing. Then this digit would be a 5 or a 6, because it would be picking up this orange digit. But this digit then would not be purple. This is the vertical indexer. So that's picking up a 5 or a 6 from down here. And we get a 5-6 pair in this box that's outside the 12 gauge, and that doesn't work. So I think all my colours are wrong. I think, because I want in my brain, I'm thinking of, I want orange. How can I do this? I want orange. Oh, I want orange to be the horizontal indexer. So let's just change. Okay, so now what am I saying? I'm saying I don't want this to be a horizontal indexer, so I want this to be a vertical indexer. So that's going to be purple. And I want the green then to be my horizontal indexer. And let's double check this is correct. So now this is a vertical indexer, so that should be an 8. Picking up this, which is now a horizontal indexer. So this is a 1. This is a vertical indexer, so that's a 4. And this is picking up one of those two, so this is not 8. And now there's no pollution up here, we're fine. But we can do better than this. We can do better than this, because now we know that these two cells, I don't know which one, but one of them is a vertical indexer. Oh, no, I don't know. That's an impossible pencil mark. Sorry. I mean, it's true. One of these, I don't know which one, is indexing one of these. But it just means one of these cells is a 1 or a 2. At least one of these cells is a 1 or a 2. But until I know which way round they go, I don't think I know which. But one of these is a horizontal indexer, picking up a vertical indexer here, remember, because these are on the diagonal, so it's not picking up the cell next to it. So they are in 7, so one of those is a 7. This one is the same as that one. You can't do it. It's picking up a 5 or a 6 down here, but I don't know which cell it is. What about that one? That's fine. Oh, well, it's not fine. It's a 2. That's definitely the thing that's being picked up by this one, but we don't know which cell it is. And these two, one of these, the one that's purple is going to be a very low number. And the one that's a horizontal indexer is going to be a 4, isn't it? Because it's going to be picking up the vertical indexer that's in one of those cells. Yeah, so if this was horizontal, this would be vertical, this would be horizontal, this would be vertical. Yeah, so this would be 4. That is right. That is right. So these are very small digits. There are 1 or a 2, depending on the ordering, and then one of them is a 4 picking up the vertical indexer here. This is a very interesting puzzle. I think I'm so helped by the fact I'm not. When I did the Taiga puzzle, I didn't understand how these indexers work at all. I am not claiming I understand how they work here at all, but I'm understanding them, I think, a little bit better. Oh, I've got both colours in this column, so those are not green. So, ooh, I wonder if there's something in the bottom row there. If those two are both in, those two would both be indexers. Okay. I mean, why is that? Why has Qodec decided to put this into that one? Yeah, there must be some reason that this one had to be eliminated from being an indexer. But why would you care about that cell? It must be something to do with this row, do you think? What would happen if this was an indexer? I don't think anything would happen. It's not possible both of those are indexers. That actually is true. These can't both be indexers, because then in this box I'd have to put both types of indexers into that single cell, and that won't work. So at least one of these is an indexer. Isn't it amazing as well that this apparently sort of solves uniquely from this point? It feels like we hardly know anything about digits. Does that have to have a 9 in it if it can't have a 5 or a 6? If it doesn't have 9 in it, what is it? 8764 is what it is, which is... No, that might be fine. No, I was wondering if it had to have 5 and 6 in it if it didn't have 9, but I don't think it does. So that's no good. Oh dear. I've got a horrible feeling I'm going to get stuck again. I know that there's some pattern here. I've got to put 2 into that 2 by 2, but I don't know whether they can be... Is it okay to do that? I just don't know. I mean, that's going to make those two into a pairing. And if it was this pairing, the horizontal one would be an 8 or a 9. That would probably be okay. The vertical one would be... Well, the vertical one wouldn't have a great deal of choice, because it would have to be indexing one of these cells, wouldn't it? Oh, and in fact it couldn't be indexing these, so it would have to be indexing these 3 cells. So it would be a 7 or a 9. Feels like there might be something going on with too many high digits in rows 5 and 6, but I don't think it's enough of a problem. These two would be together. The horizontal one would be here, so that would be a 3. And this would be a 1 or a 2. Can you put, no, you can put 1 in the 25 cage. It could be 1, 7, 8, 9. Oh, hang on, look, we can do something up here. 1 is in this domino, so 1 is in one of those 3 cells. It would be ironic if it was Sudoku. Oh, go away, Bit Defender. Sorry. You can tell that I've been trying to sort out whatever has been wrong with this computer. I really don't think I've got to the bottom of it, but right. Okay, now I've got to be careful here because that was a conjecture as well. I'm trying to remember if there was something from Taiga. You know, there was some principle. It was so many months ago, I can't remember. I don't know, it feels like it's something to do with this row, but I don't know what. We've always got to index every number. Is it something to do with 9? Yeah, that's interesting. That's surely interesting. That is genuinely interesting, actually. That might be the most intelligent thing I've said in this video. I admit, in the pantheon of intelligent things, there's probably not many things to beat, but that might be an intelligent thing. I'm just thinking, I'm not claiming I understand this yet, but the fact that 9 is in those cells is preventing these from being 9. Now, we know that there is an orange cell in this puzzle that contains the digit 9. There must be. Now that means, well, we know one of these has to be a purple, and that is the thing that will give rise to an orange 9. So whichever one of these is purple, in its row is going to be an orange 9. Now they cannot be an orange 9. So those could be an orange 9, or that could be an orange 9. Or can you... You can't orange 9 yourself, can you? A strange sentence. Can you orange 9 yourself? No. No, you can't. The orange 9. Yeah, oh, hang on, this is a general point. This is a general point. It's nothing to do with orange 9s. Oh, I didn't realise this. Oh, this is sort of coming back to me though. You can't orange 9 yourself. What I mean by that is that I can't put the orange 9 in these cells. Let's just double check that's not absolute nonsense. No, because it would be indexing itself. It's saying, well, it would be saying that the purple in this row is on top of itself. That's not true. So you can never, but the same would have been true if we tried to put orange 1 in this column, wouldn't it? That would also have been a nonsense. It couldn't have been there. The orange 2 can't be here. Wherever the orange 2 we know is there, but it could never have been here. It can never be in its own column. Hello, there was there's been a gap in my recording there. My computer started to make very odd noises, so I actually hit stop as soon as I could in order to not lose the footage. And I've been running some tests ever since. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why it made the noises. It seems stable. The temperatures, I've got this software that I'm using that I sort of run. Yeah, so I'm back now, and I hope that it won't do that again. If it does, I'll just have to stop again. At the moment, I don't know what to do with this. It's completely and utterly infuriating. I thought maybe I'd fixed it, but it appears... Well, I mean, the only good thing is it didn't crash. It didn't crash. It just made strange noises. Now, I do remember what I was talking about, which was we were talking about whether a number could index itself. And we decided it couldn't. And this was, I thought, going to be interesting for 9s. Now, why? Why was this going to be interesting for 9s? The answer to that is... Come on, get your head back in the game, Simon. It was... Yeah, just let me get this back again. So I was thinking about how you index... How you index to a purple. There must be a purple there. That's in column 9. You've got to index to it. It doesn't just live there on its own. Therefore, there has to be an orange that's capable of having a 9 in it, and that orange doesn't. So, it's not going to work quite as well as I thought, I don't think. So the orange 9 is in one of those cells. That must be right. Yeah, you can't put orange 9 down there. That would be saying put pink 9 here. Yeah, we know purple 9 is in one of those. So I know that one of these, not that one, one of these is orange 9. But I also know that one of... Hang on. So I just ignore... Actually, maybe I won't do it in that colour. I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to put 9 in there. That is not green 9. That is orange 9. It's putative orange 9. Where is putative purple 9? Because that has the same issue. There's going to be an orange 9 in one of those. That must be reached by purple 9 indexing to it. When I say, no, I said orange 9. What I meant to say is there's going to be an orange in one of those cells, and that has to be indexed by purple 9. Now, purple 9 is therefore It's not there, is it? Because of this little pattern here. So purple 9 is also in one of these cells. So purple, right, let's get rid of green. So purple and, so there are 2 9. Yeah, this is nice. Actually, this is beautiful. Good grief. Right. Okay. This is very good. I have just deduced a purple 9 and a separate orange 9 in this coterie of digits. So this little cell cannot be a 9. Because if that is an actual 9, I can't put 2 9s into, it would take all the space. If this is a 9, you can't put any 9s in those. There'd be 1 9 and it would have to simultaneously be orange and purple. That doesn't work. Now, I've got to put 2 9s into these spaces. I think that's doing something to this. So there is a 9 in here, and there is a 9 in here. I'm sure there's a way of knowing which colour they are. If there's a purple 9 here, no, there's a purple there. Could they be orange 9? Yeah, I think they could. I think those could be orange 9 or those. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's probably a clever way of knowing that. But the key point surely is that now 9, where's 9 in row 4? It's not in any of these cells, so it's in one of those 2 cells. Therefore, this little cage, which is it's quite a chunky cage, really, it doesn't have a 9 in it. And it can't have both 5 and 6 in it. So it is 8, 7, 6 for 21, and a 4 for 25. There's not going to be another way of doing it. You can't do 8, 7, double 5. That won't work for Sudoku reasons. And now I get another digit, because that is now not a 6. That is a 5. And that's a horizontal indexer. So this is now a purple. So that is not a purple. Now, does this go up or down? If it goes, hang on. If it can't index that, because if this is a vertical indexer, if it indexed that, it would be a 9, and it can't be a 9 because there's a 9 in there. So it is either 3 or 7, I think, depending on whether it's going to that one or that one. Now. No, that didn't do anything. 9 is also in one of these cells, but we don't know what that cage is. So, there's no 1 in here. Oh, for goodness sake, right. Okay, I could have done this. Look, 4 is... Oh, no, I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done it. That's fine. I was thinking I know what this is, and I do. Because 4 being in here and 4 being here, that's the 2 4s in this column. So you can't put 4 in the 12 cage. So that is 1, 2, 3, 6. We can get rid of 1 from this side. So 6 is in common between these 2 cages, which means 6 in column 3 is in one of those. 5 is in one of these cells by Sudoku. 5 is in one of 2 places in box 7. 8 is not in those cells, so 8 lives at the bottom of the grid, along with its friend the 6. Now, so there's a colourful 9 here and a colourful 9 here. They're different colours of 9s. That cell is therefore, this is beautiful. Oh, Qodec is so clever. Right, that cell is green because it sees both colours of 9s in these cells, and now I've only got 2 cells left for thingamies in box 9. Therefore, those are thingamies. And I imagine we know what colour the thingamies are. Let me just think about that. So, hang on. Let me think about that. So there's something here. There's only... Okay, so there's something there as well. I must know what colour this is. Sorry. Well, hang on. If that's orange, it's highlighting a... Oh, right. If that's orange, it's indexing the purple in its row, which would have to be there. So this would be a 6. Now, if this, on the other hand, is purple, it's indexing one of those, so it would be 5 or 6. Okay, what about that one then? If that one was 5... Oh, well, actually, hang on. That one is also 5 or 6. If that's horizontal, it's one of those two. No, actually, that's not true. If that's horizontal... Oh, nearly. I was just looking at that, actually. If that's horizontal, it actually, for 2 reasons, can't be... It would be a 6 for 2 reasons. If it's horizontal, then the colour in these 2 cells is purple, and it would have to go here, and so this would be a 6. But it would also be a 6, because if it was horizontal, we've had horizontal 5. Hang on, so let me just go back to that one, because I hadn't seen this when I thought about this one. So this one, if that's horizontal... Oh, we know it's... we don't know. We still don't know. Sorry, it's the same logic as this one. If this is horizontal, it's 6. And if it's vertical, it's going in one of those for a horizontal. So it's 5 or 6 again. So these are 5 and 6. And we... Oh, right. Okay, so I do know that one of these is a purple 5. So one of these is purple 5, and one of them is horizontal 6. Oh, this isn't going to do it. Oh, that's extraordinary. Yeah, okay. Because we've had horizontal 5 already, whichever one of these is 5 is vertical 5, which means that it's indexing... It means one of those is horizontal. I don't know what number it is, but right, this is good. This is good. Because one of these is vertical 5, purple 5, it's indexing a horizontal cell in its column, which must be in one of those two. So that definitely cannot be horizontal. There is a horizontal in one of those two, and this is not horizontal. So that is horizontal. And that is... I'm not sure. I don't know. What's that? I'm getting myself in a muddle here. This is confusing me. There's a large part of me that wants to claim this is a green digit, but I'm not sure that's true. I'm worried about when I labelled these cells up. I labelled them. I know that there are 2 9s and they're different colours. So So one of these, I don't know what colour it is. I don't think I do anyway. I'm not sure. One of these is vertical 5. One of these is horizontal. Can the horizontal, could that be, yeah, if that was vertical 5 and that was horizontal 9. Vertical 5, horizontal 9, that would be this cell. So this would be vertical 7, horizontal 6. Oh, this is mind-blowing, isn't it? Horizontal 6, don't know what that is now. I'm totally confused. Vertical something. I'm not sure whether it has to be 9 or not. Could it be pointing at that one, maybe? And then it would be a 3. Oh, good grief. That has really confused me. Anyway, sorry, let me go back to... Okay, I was trying to think about that digit. Yeah, that's what got me thinking about this. Oh, well, hang on. No, this digit is still interesting because, well, firstly, that's green. That's a truism. But secondly, it's got to be indexing into a purple in its row. And actually, that can't be purple in its row now, because that would make that a 9, which it's not allowed to be. So that is 3 or 8. Okay, so this can't be purple. So it can't be purple, but not for the reasons I think I was trying to do. It can't be purple because this digit can't be a 9. That's the fundamental reason, not to do with these digits. Now surely though, well, if you don't put 7 or 8, I'm wondering if that can be a 7-8 pair. I'm sure it can't. 9, 6, 5, 4, 15. No, it's nowhere near. Right, so one of these is a 3. Definitely. Because they can't be 7 and 8. Yeah, another way to see that would be to add those 6 cells together. And you can see that they would add up to 42 if these were 7 and 8. And by the secret, something I share with only my very favourite, if you're still watching this video, definitely one of my favourite people, the secret is that that whole box adds up to 45. So if these were 7 and 8, these 3 digits would have to add up to 3, and that's not nearly enough, is it? So one of these is a 3, and if it's that one is in, and then that's a horizontal, so that would be a 2. Okay, that's why I've got my 2 pencil marked here. And if it's this one, that would be a 3, and then that would be pointing up there. So that would be a 1 or a 2, depending on which one of these turned out to be the real Slim Shady. Okay. The real Slim Shady, the real Orange Shady. Oh dear. Okay, so I don't know what to do now. I know one of these is a purple 5. One of these is an orange, but I don't know whether it has to be the orange 9 or not. Yeah, these seem to have 9 in them, and they have orange in them as well. So I just don't think that that's known. At least I'm not confident I know. What about... There has to be a thing down here, doesn't there? That's true. There's got to be something here. I don't know whether it's what colour it is, but there's a something here in one of those two. So it's either going to be, if it's horizontal, it's an 8, because it must be indexing this, and if it's vertical, it would have to be there, and it would be 7 or 3. Oh, good grief. Okay. I don't know what to do. Is the short answer. Oh, nearly 4. 4 in this box is under pressure, isn't it? One of 2 places, I think. I don't know. What about this? We know one of those. Yeah, we know one of these is 1 or 2. It must be something to do with not repeating digits in cycles. Ah. No. No. I've got 5 here. I've got 5 there. But that 5 there is Sudoku, isn't it? I don't think I was thinking about this at the time. Yeah, this... Yeah, one of these is a 7. Yeah, one of these is a 7 because it's indexing into those purples. So either this cage here doesn't have a 7 or an 8 in it. So perhaps we can do better with this. So if it doesn't have 8 in it, then what is it? 9. Then it is 9765. That's the only way of getting to 27. So if this is 8, this is 9765. That would be 3. But if that's 3, this is 7, and then I would probably have to put 8 in there. So it would be 9, 8, and 2 digits that add up to 10, which wouldn't include 7. So it would be 9846. So it's always got 6 in it, because it's either 9765 or it's 9864. And there is a 6 in there, so there is a 6 in one of those. That's where 6 goes now in row 4. Don't really see how to use that. And there is an 8 or a 7 in there, so there will be an 8 or a 7 up there as well. No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm tempted to try and work out how the thing cycles round. I think I'm meant to know what colour these are. Perhaps because I know one of these is vertical 5. Let me just go to the drawing tool. Let's try and work out how this works. So it goes, the 5 here goes there. That's true. The 4 here goes there. From the 1, the 8. Now the 8, how does it get indexed? So it gets indexed from over here, but we don't know which cell indexes it. Can we close that off? If this was a 3, that would be a closed off loop, wouldn't it? I seem to remember from Taiga that could happen, but I can't really remember. What about that? We know that there's a thing joining these two together, because one of these is a vertical indexer. So one of these is vertical. One of them is horizontal. This is wrong, isn't it? It must be wrong. Why have I labelled these up like this? Oh, no, that is right. Oh, bother. No, so what's going to happen is, yeah, there's going to be a horizontal that's going to go into one of those. And then that's got 9 in it. Well, it's okay. Yeah, whichever one of these is the vertical is not going down here, because that can't be correct. So, so one of these is going to go... one of these is a 6, I think. I'm not sure it's useful, but I mean one of those is a 6 because it must be indexing this. So pretty sure from the title of the puzzle, which isn't logical, though we're not doing that. I think it's going to be a full circle of the grid. So let's think about what's wrong with that then. If that's a 3. That would be an 8. This digit would be an 8. So it would be indexing this cell, which would be a vertical, which would make that a vertical. So this would be a horizontal. Vertical. This would be a horizontal 6. So that would be a vertical. This is so confusing. This is so difficult to see. What's right and what's wrong here. Am I being really slow about this? Hang on. Let's go back to thinking about these 9s. I think this is the key. Now, it depends. It depends. It's still perfectly possible. Well, hang on. Is it perfectly possible? Yeah, you see, I've got to be so careful here. I've got to be so careful, because what I've done is this shading is wrong, I'm going to claim, because the way we got the logic on the 9s was I said that one of these 3 cells at that point was purple, and that had to be indexed by something. And we worked out that the options were in those cells. Now, why couldn't that be purple? If it was purple, this would be a 9. This would be a horizontal 9. So that would be vertical 5. This would be horizontal 6. That would be a something. That would be horizontal 6. This would be vertical. Yeah, but in that situation, I need to put vertical 9 into the grid, don't I? And I haven't done that, because this gave rise to horizontal. So that, hang on, let me just double check that. Yeah, that being purple gives rise to horizontal 9 here. So I must have vertical 9 in here, and that would be vertical. So that would be vertical 9. That would be horizontal. That would be horizontal 8. I can't do this in my head. Let me just sketch this out. So what I'm saying is that if it started off with, yeah, what I was trying to do was to suggest that I wasn't sure that this couldn't be purple. And if that's purple, well, if that's purple, it is the purple digit in this column. So that it would go like that, down, across. This would be vertical 5. This we've just worked out would be vertical, because it's hitting a horizontal. Now, one of these had to, because we needed a vertical 9, and this has the horizontal 9 in it. The vertical 9 is in here, and we've worked out this is vertical, so we can't have 2 verticals in a box. So that's vertical 9, and then that's horizontal. Oh, so you get a funny thing here. Get a funny thing there. And now, well, that doesn't work actually. That doesn't work for the most peculiar reason. I don't... hang on. Let me just think. I just want to double check that doesn't work. I don't think it works. I think the reason that doesn't work is basically what goes on in Vegas cannot stay in Vegas. Because Vegas down here, I don't think this can live in its own little world. It has to... the stories that are of what has happened in Vegas have to disseminate rather more widely. Because if this is a thing down here, how do we deal with this box now? In particular, well, in particular, I think both of those have to be 3. That might be wrong. I think that definitely has to be 3, because these are both green. These are the 2 turning points, if you like, in box 8. So in this column, the only option is for this to go upwards. Now, what is the option for this? So this now has to be an 8, but it can't be an 8. Because these, we started this off with this being 9 and this being the vertical. Yeah, so in fact it's going to go 9, 7, and these are the 2 naughty, or these are the 2 indexing cells. This isn't an indexing cell; it would be another one, another indexing cell. So both of those are 3. So what goes on in Vegas cannot stay in Vegas, and it's not going to work to do that. Now the problem with it, no, this is very good. This is very good. I can do stuff with this. So what we did to work that out was well, I was trying to correct my pencil marking because I was worried that this was the purple in this column, and now I've just proved this is not the purple in this column. That doesn't seem to be able to be the purple in this column. Why is that? Yeah, that's correct. That is not the purple in this column, because that would need to be indexed by the horizontal indexer in the row, which would require this to be a 9. So that is valid. So the only place purple lives in this column is exactly there, which means, and we know, now we know that this is purple, we know it's 5. Because if this, we now know, because we know this is horizontal, this must be 6. So that means, oh goodness, does this mean I'm going to end up in Vegas again? I don't mind going to Vegas, I like Vegas, but that's now horizontal, right? So this is horizontal. I don't know, I'm not sure what this is doing now. This is a 6, so that's indexing to there. So this is purple. This is now green, definitely. And hang on, let's draw in what on earth is going on now. So that's going to there. And this is going either to there or to there, I think. How did we get there? Ah, we get there from a 9. Yeah, okay, so what we now, obviously now there's a horizontal 9 here, so I don't know if I know which one it is. How can I know? How can this still be ambiguous now? I don't know. It's absolutely baffling. I'm so sorry. I thought that this would be completely clear. 5, 6. Okay, so we can draw that in. This is right. What is that? That is either going to there, which would make it a 7, or it's going to there, which would make it a 3. So these are a 3 and a 7. Which means we can't have 3 or 7 in any more purples, but that doesn't seem to be very propitious. One of these is a 9. And that one is either going there, and that would be an 8, or there, and that would be a 3. So that's 3 or 8 as well. So these definitely. Oh, that's gorgeous. Right. Okay. So we can use that, because what that means is, because these can't be the same, because they're both horizontal indexes, one of them is an 8. Now one of these is an 8 as well. So that's 2 8s in these 2 rows. We can't have any more 8s. I can't put 8 in that 27 thingy. So this has to be 5, 6, 7, 9, I think. 18 and 9 is 27. So this is 5, 6, 7, 9. This now is not 7. So this is lovely. This is going to do things, because now this is 3 and that's 8, which means that's 3. Oh no, no. Now I've got a different Vegas. I've got a different Vegas over here now. Full circle is not looking like it's going to be achieved, if the logic is right. I mean, the logic felt beautiful. Logic felt beautiful. That's an 8 apparently by Sudoku. So there is an 8 up here. And surely I can do something with this. Right, yes. That 8, if this logic is correct. Oh, hang on, these are 1, 2 and 4 if the logic is correct. No, but this 8 must be pointing at the purple in its row, which is now here. So that must mean, I think, that is the 9. Because that's what we were looking for over here. So now this is a purple. And that, yeah, this looks good. This looks good. So we're now going over here and then up, which we know is into a 1 or a 2, because we've got to go up here into one of these 2 cells. So the 8 is going there, then that's going down. Oh, I tell you what, we know that's a 7 now, because it can't duplicate thingies. So that goes up there, and that we know is now the 9, because what we've got, that's right, isn't it? Let me just think that through. Yeah, that is right. That's definitely right, because we needed one of those to be the orange 9. Right, so, oh, where's 9? 9 is in the middle of the puzzle we've just deduced. In fact, I can do 7 there as well, which is rather a bonus. So 9 and 7 are up here. I've got, yeah, okay, so this is a 6, 7, 9 triple, but the 6 we know is up here, because that's indexing this cell. Now where does we go? Oh yeah, look at that, we go there. Yeah, so we've escaped from this Vegas down here now. Oh, or have we? Hang on, where's that going? Oh, that goes there. Yeah, so we go down here, across round there, up here, up there, and probably over here as well. Okay, so there's going to be 2 loops. And what goes on in this Vegas stays in this Vegas. Now, 7 here is rather lovely, isn't it? 7, 6, 4, 6, 5 by Sudoku. We've got 1, 2, oh, 3. We can just put 3 in to this row. Right, this is a 1, 2 pair. Come on. 1, 2, 4 triple here as well. 1. Where's... Is that right? I've got a 1, 2, 4 triple here. So I think I've got a 1 in one of those cells. So I think these two cells have become a 1-4 pair, I think. Now, what can we do with that? Don't know. What we can do is say that 2 is in one of those cells. Which might do something, but I don't know what it is. What are these cells? 1, 2, oopsie, 1, 2 and 9. Right, so they are a 6, 7, 8 triple, and these squares are a 4, 5 pair. So this is not a 4. And that probably does something. I don't know what it is. Okay. Right, come on, computer. What does this mean? That means that 5 here, that seems to give me a 5 here according to pencil marking. We'll trust that for a moment. Don't know. Oh dear. Oh, that's fine. That's the chemist. Okay, 6, look, is not... Oh, can I do something more with this top cage? It is remarkable the way this puzzle sort of unscrambles itself, isn't it? That cell's a bit restricted. 2, 3, 6 and 9 into the column. So this is 2, 3 or... it's not 6 apparently. Yeah, that's right. So this is 2 or 3. Okay, don't know what to do with that. Can't. Oh, I've got a 4 here, look. So this is a 5. That's a 4. That does my 4 and my 1. That might do something. There's a 4 in one of these two cells now. There's a 1 in one of those two cells now. And... okay. That's pointing up there. Is that definitely true? Yeah, I think that's got to be a thingy now. Technical term for a an orange cell. We've basically done all the orange cells. We've only got a few digits left to be put in them. Oh no, and in fact that's indexing the thing in its row, isn't it? Gosh, I mean, it's so easy to get confused by this. That's a 2, so that's not a 2. So do I now know what this is? The vertical indexer here. No, I've got a vertical indexer there, and so I've got like a 1-2 pair in vertical indexers. I must know what... oh, that's a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I've got all of them. I've got all of them. I just don't know which order they go in. And then what about horizontals? 1, 2, 3. I haven't got 4. Oh, but that's there. Oh. And I haven't got 7, and that's there. Oh, goodness. So I still don't know then. It must be Sudoku that sorts it out, which is jolly surprising. It's jolly surprising. Okay. I don't know where to look. Let's try. Double clicking. 9s. No, that doesn't look good. 5s. Ooh. No. Yes. There's a 5 up here. So that can't be 5, and this is a 5. There we go. That was worth it. 4s. 6s. Oh, computer. Oh, please don't go wrong now. Please don't go wrong. What do we do now? Don't know. 9s, 8s. 8. Don't seem to know very much about 8s. 3s. Hardly know. Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, that might be good. 3 is in one of those 3. So 3 is in one of 2 places in box 8. 2. 2 is, oh, that's good. Is that a 2-3 pair then? These might be a 2-3 pair. Let me just double check that. 3 is in one of those and 2 is in one. Yeah, right. This is a 2-3 pair, which is going to shunt the 4 and the 1 over this side. So these are a 2-3. This cell here is now a 1. So 1, 2. This is a 4. That's a 2. This isn't. Ah, this is good. 9, 1, 2. That's in an indexer, which is that's good. That's saying that the horizontal indexer must be in this one. So that's got to be the orange one. So this one at the top is green. So this is now not orange. So this is orange. This is now not. Oh, this is unbelievable. It's actually sort of unwinding, isn't it? So now all I've got to do is fill in these digits. All I've got to do 2. So that becomes a 7. That becomes a 1 actually. That becomes a 4 going over here, and this becomes a 6. And now we can, okay, now let's try and work out what all that means. So the 2 goes up there, that goes there, that goes there. Oh, this is confused. Okay, and that goes down there. I've got no idea what I've just drawn there. I think I've done the 2 loops in the same colour, and it's just become completely invisible. Let's try. There was some loop over this side that was Vegas, wasn't it? So this one is Vegas. So let's use a different colour for that loop. So 1, 4, 5, 3, 2. Yeah, there you go. That's the Vegas loop, and then there's another loop which is going all over the place, which is a far more complicated loop. Now, what can we do with all this? Well, we know they are, yeah, we can do that. That's 6 and 8. Feel that's now not 6 or 8. So this is a 6-8 pair, which is presumably going to be a little bit handy, he says. One of those is an 8 now, so this is not an 8. That is not a 6. Don't know about that one. Is it now just Sudoku? I shouldn't say that, should I? Possibly. 4, 5, 9. This square is a naked single 9 in column 3. These squares, I believe, are 4 and 5, so we can fill those in. Now, if all of that is correct, that's a 9. This is not, it's a 6 in column 2, has to go in one place. Okay, that might be handy. I've got a 2-3 pair here, look. I've got a 1 here as well. So 1 here, 2 here. Double click 1s, they must be doing. Yeah, here we go. Yes. All the 1s are done. Okay, double click 2. Oh, 2s are terrible. Terrible 2s. Okay, don't know how to do those. So 2, 3, 7. Okay, so 7's only got one place in column 1. This is a 2 or a 3. Now, 6 and 8's resolved. So that becomes 8. This digit has to be a 9 by Sudoku. These squares are 2, 3, 7. The great thing about that, it's not a particularly great thing, but it's still nice to know, is that from a Sudoku perspective, that seems to be working, which might suggest we're not totally wrong at this point. 3, 6, oh, that's anything. But that 7's handy. So 7, 9. 9 in the corner. What about these cells? Can we do them? Probably. 3, 4. We can put 5 in. We can put 8 in. We can put 4 in. We can put 3 in. We can put 3, 2. Knocking out the possibility of a... no 3s in the corner today, I'm afraid. Assuming this is right. Now, in this row, we need 3, 5, 6. So the 5 goes here. The 3 goes here. The 6 goes here. So the 6 goes there. This becomes a 7, 2, 3, Oh, don't be a deadly pattern. No, it's not. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. 8 and something. 2. I think. That is a sensationally clever puzzle, isn't it? What an idea. I mean, is it right? Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's much older than I'd realised. 230 days old, that puzzle. That's very old. I thought it was basically brand new. I'm sorry, Qodec. I'm sorry if it slipped our attention for too long. It was very difficult and very magnificent and full of weird logic. It's a weird puzzle. Really a beautiful puzzle, actually. I mean, probably it's maybe half as difficult as Taiga, but that's still prodigiously difficult, at least for my little brain. Do let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll hopefully see you. I don't know quite how long the video is now, because I had to stop it halfway through, but hopefully there's enough time for you to grab a nice glass of wine and join us this evening for our streaming. Anyway, we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.